Hey everyone, you need to sit down for this because the drama just got real. Mendeecees is not joking around. This is not some small argument. This is a full legal fight. After what Kirk did, things have gone to a whole new level. And when I say he did something bad, I mean he really betrayed someone in the worst way. This is not just another small fight like we see all the time. This could be the end for him. Now the big question is, what did Kirk do this time? And how did Mendeecees turn things around so fast and hit him with a lawsuit? And trust me, the proof that is about to come out will shock everyone. This is not just some small drama. This is serious. But wait, do you all remember how Kirk has been acting strange lately? The secret meetings, the sneaky moves behind M's back? Well, it looks like M has had enough, and now things are getting real. Is this about Yandi? Some old problem that never got solved? Or did Kirk just make a big mistake at the worst time? Do not worry, we have all the details and all the behind-the-scenes drama. And trust me, by the time this is over, you are going to be shocked. So get ready, because we are about to tell it all. If you thought things were bad before, just wait until you hear this. If you thought the drama between Ems Harris and Kirk Frost was over, you are completely wrong. This story is about to take a wild turn because new reports say that Mendeecees has now taken legal action against Kirk. And let me tell you, this is not just some simple lawsuit. There are clear signs that something much bigger is happening behind the scenes. This means the truth is deeper and messier than anyone thought. But the real question is, what did Kirk Frost do to cause all of this? Things have gone to a whole new level, and this is not just a small fight. This looks like a planned move because as long as M stayed quiet, Kirk had nothing to worry about. But the moment Mendeecees took legal action, suddenly all the hidden secrets started coming out. And did you notice? Yandi Smith has not said a single word about this whole situation. She always stood up for Mendeecees, but this time, she is completely silent. So what does that mean? Does she not support the case? Or is she staying quiet because speaking up could bring out even more secrets? Maybe she is staying quiet because speaking up could bring out some of her own secrets too. Let us be honest, nobody in Hollywood or the hip-hop world is completely innocent. Now, let us break it all down. This whole drama started because Kirk Frost was allegedly planning something against Mendeecees. First, Kirk's secret affair with Jasmine Blue was exposed, and it showed much more than just him cheating on Rashida Frost. This time, the drama reached Mendeecees and his family. Then, out of nowhere, a private meeting between Kirk and Mendeecees was leaked, and Kirk was caught in a very suspicious situation. They were talking about something secret. This meeting happened in a public place, but someone from the inside recorded it and shared it with the media. And when people heard what was said, they were completely shocked. Mendeecees clearly told Kirk that if he did not stop his shady actions, he would take him to court. But guess what? Kirk Frost did not step back. Instead, he threatened Mendeecees. You see what is happening here. The same man who spent so much time trying to ruin other people's careers is now the one who is scared. When the situation turned against him, Mendeecees did not back down. He is not new to this. He has been through prison, and he knows exactly how to defend himself when someone tries to go against him. When he saw that Kirk Frost was not stopping, he took the fight straight to the legal system. And here's the biggest shock. This is not just a simple defamation case. This is a serious criminal complaint. Mendeecees is not only saying that Kirk cheated, he is claiming that Kirk actually planned an attack against him. That makes the situation much bigger than anyone expected. Now the main question is, what proof does Mendeecees have? If he is taking it to court, he must have something real and serious. This is not just social media gossip or a small argument. This is a real legal case that could bring serious consequences. People are watching closely to see what will happen next. Some think Mendeecees is just trying to turn the situation around to make Kirk look guilty, while others believe he really has strong evidence. No matter what the truth is, one thing is clear. This battle is only getting started. What kind of attack are we talking about? Sources say Kirk Frost was secretly messing with Mendeecees' business. He was going behind Mendeecees' back, talking to his clients, spreading lies, and even leaking private business documents through an unknown source. Now it all makes sense. This was not just some small argument, it was a full plan to bring Mendeecees down. Kirk was not just competing with him, he was trying to ruin his career. He did not come at him directly, but instead, he worked in the shadows, making moves that could destroy everything Macy's had built. When Macy's found out the truth, he knew he had only one choice: legal action. Think about it. This was not just a case of someone talking behind his back. This was a planned attack on his business, his name, and his future. If someone tries to take away everything you worked for, you do not just let it slide. Mises understood that. Instead of letting Kirk get away with it, he decided to fight back the right way. Now, everyone is watching. People want to know what proof Mises has and how far this case will go. One thing is clear: this is not over, and the truth is about to come out. This is not just some small argument. If it were, Mendeecees would not be taking it this far. But when someone tries to destroy your business, damage your reputation, and interfere in your personal life, it is no longer just a simple problem. This is war. And believe me, this is not only about business. This is a fight for power. Both Kirk Frost and Mises are big names in their industry. And at this level, it is not about fighting in the streets. It is about smart moves, legal action, and hidden strategies. They are not just trying to win an argument. They are trying to take each other down completely. But wait, there is more to this story. Now that the case has officially been filed, all eyes are on Kirk. People want to know what he will do next. Will he defend himself in court, or does he have his own plan to turn the tables? One thing is clear: this fight is just getting started, and the truth is about to come out in ways no one expected. Frost is not the kind of man to just sit back and accept defeat, and that brings up the big question. What is he going to do now? Will he fight this case in court, or is he already working on another secret plan behind the scenes? And here is an even bigger question: why is Yandy Smith staying so quiet? Let us be honest, ever since news of Mises' lawsuit came out, Yandy has been completely silent. She has not said a word about it, and that is making people wonder. Did she already know this was coming? Or even worse, is she secretly taking Kirk Frost's side? If Yandy is really staying away from this, there must be a reason. But her silence is only making people more curious. Does she have something to hide, or is she just waiting for the right moment to speak? One thing is clear: this situation is getting more serious, and the truth will come out sooner or later. Of this case, what does that mean for Ems? Because as long as Yandy and Mises were a team, Kirk had no chance. But if Yandy starts leaning toward Kirk's side, then Mises might actually lose this battle. So the real question is, what is Mendeecees' next move? This is just the beginning of the legal war. The real battle is yet to come. So what's next? What will Kirk Frost do? Where does Yandy stand in all of this? And most importantly, if Mises wins this case, what does he actually get out of it? We'll break all of that down in part 2. We are about to dive deep into the legal loopholes, media reactions, and how the industry is handling this crazy situation. So stay tuned, because this drama is only going to get more intense. Now that Mises Harris has officially taken Kirk Frost to court, things are about to get even more complicated. Because, let us be honest, Kirk is not the kind of man to just sit back and accept defeat without putting up a fight. And guess what? He is already making secret moves behind the scenes to turn this case in his favor. This is not just a simple lawsuit. It is a serious battle where both sides are doing everything they can to win. Whether it is legal tricks, media influence, or powerful connections, there is a lot more happening than people realize. And trust me, the biggest surprises are still on the way. This is not just a simple legal fight. It is a full-blown battle of power, influence, and hidden secrets. And when you are dealing with someone like Kirk Frost, you can be sure he is already using every trick possible to get himself out of this mess. But here is the real twist. Sources are now saying that Kirk is not just trying to defend himself. He is actually planning to turn the tables on Mises. Yes, you heard that right. Instead of only fighting the lawsuit, Kirk is allegedly getting ready to file a counter case against Mises. And the big question is, what is his argument? What proof does he have? What is he planning to do next? A counter lawsuit, you ask? Well, sources say Kirk's legal team is getting ready to argue that Mises is making up this entire case just to ruin Kirk's reputation. They are trying to change the story and make it look like Mises is jealous of Kirk's success and just looking for revenge. But let us think about this for a moment. Jealous of Kirk's success? What success? Last time anyone checked, Kirk was out here cheating on his wife, losing business deals, and struggling to fix his public image. But now, he suddenly wants to act like he is the victim? Suddenly, he wants to act like he is the victim? That does not make sense. But wait, it gets even worse. Because Kirk is not just depending on legal arguments, he is also reaching out to his industry connections, trying to control the situation behind the scenes. And guess who is helping? Him? None other than his wife, Rashida Frost. Now let us be honest, Rashida has stood by Kirk through all the cheating, all the scandals, and all the shady business moves. And now she is reportedly using her own connections to protect him once again. Rashida is not just supporting Kirk, she is actively working to protect him from this lawsuit. People are saying she has been making calls to powerful figures in the industry, trying to stop the media from reporting on the case. Yes, she is allegedly reaching out to blogs, entertainment news sites, and even legal experts to shape the story. And this is not just a wild guess. Think about it. The moment Mendeecees filed the lawsuit, you would expect every major blog to be talking about it, right? But strangely, many platforms have stayed completely silent. So what is really happening here? It looks like Kirk and Rashida are doing everything possible to keep this case from becoming too public. And why are they so desperate to hide it? Because they know that if people start looking deeper, more shocking secrets will come out. Now let us talk about these secrets for a moment. Remember how Kirk was secretly meeting with Mendeecees' business contacts and leaking private information? Well, that was just the beginning. Sources are now saying Kirk may have been involved in even more questionable activities, and if those details come out, things could get much worse for him. There are strong claims that Kirk Frost was not just interfering in Mendeecees' business, he was actually using his name to land business deals for himself. In other words, Kirk was pretending to be connected to Mendeecees, closing deals under that false impression, and then walking away with the money. If this is true, it is not just a case of betrayal, it is outright fraud. And let us not forget, Kirk has a long history of questionable financial moves. Remember when he was accused of mismanaging Rashida's money and allegedly using their joint accounts for his own personal benefit? This would not be the first time he has found himself caught up in a financial scandal. Kirk Frost has been making shady moves for years, using money however he wanted without any accountability. Now that Mendeecees is taking legal action, Kirk is in full panic mode. He knows that if investigators start digging, they might uncover even more questionable business dealings, ones that could put him in serious trouble. But there is another twist to this story that has people talking. Yandy Smith has been completely silent about everything, and that is making people suspicious. Normally, whenever there is drama involving Mendeecees, Yandy is the first to jump. She always speaks out, posts on social media, and makes sure everyone knows where she stands. But this time, nothing. No statements, no comments, nothing at all. Yandy Smith is always the first to stand by Mendeecees, making sure everyone knows she has his back. But this time, complete silence. No posts, no comments, not even a simple message of support. So what is really going on? There are two strong possibilities. First, Yandy may not actually agree with this lawsuit. Maybe she thinks taking Kirk to court is a bad idea and that it will only make things worse. She could be staying out of it, to avoid being pulled into the drama. The second possibility? Yandy is staying quiet because she knows something the rest of us do not. And if that is true, things are about to take a shocking turn. Maybe Yandy is staying quiet because she has something to hide. If people start looking deeper into this lawsuit, there is a chance her own secrets could come out. And let's be real, Yandy has not always had the best reputation. Remember when people accused her of faking her marriage to Mendeecees just for television? That situation made a lot of people question if she was really being honest. Now with Kirk and Mendeecees locked in this battle, Yandy might be trying to avoid getting caught in the middle, because if she picks the wrong side, it could destroy her public image. But here is the real question. How long can she stay silent before people start calling her out? The big question now is, what happens next? If Kirk is really planning to take legal action against Mendeecees, this battle could go on for years. And let us not forget, Kirk has some powerful friends in the industry who might try to help him get out of this mess. So, will Mendeecees be able to stand his ground and win, or will Kirk find a way to twist the situation and escape without consequences? And if this case makes it to trial, what kind of evidence will be exposed? Because let us be real, both of these men have secrets. They do not want the world to see. There are still so many questions, and the real fight has not even started yet. Is Kirk really going to file this counter lawsuit, or is he just trying to scare Mendeecees into backing down? And what about Yandy? Is she secretly working behind the scenes to support Mendeecees, or is she staying quiet because she has something to protect? But the biggest question is, what happens if Mendeecees actually wins? If he comes out on top, Kirk's entire career could be ruined. No more business, deals, no more industry support, and no more influence. This could change everything. No more connections, no more reality television storylines to keep him in the spotlight. If Kirk loses this case, his entire career could fall apart. And trust me, he is not going to let that happen without a fight. So now, the big question is, who will make the next move? Will Kirk go all out and try to completely destroy Mendeecees in court? Or will Mendeecees uncover even more shocking secrets that could ruin Kirk for good? One thing is certain. This battle is far from over, and in Part 3, we will dive into how this legal fight is already shaking up the industry, who is secretly picking sides, and what might happen next. If this case does not go in Kirk Frost's favor, he could face serious consequences. So stay tuned, because things are about to get even more intense. Now that Kirk is trying to sue Mendeecees Harris in return, the situation is getting wilder. Let's be real. Kirk is fighting for his career, and he knows that losing this lawsuit could destroy everything he has built. That is why he is using every trick he can to avoid going down. But here is the problem. Mendeecees is not giving up either. This is not just a legal fight. It is a battle for power, reputation, and survival, and neither of them is willing to lose. Kirk Frost thought he could handle this case quietly by using his industry connections, but he did not expect Mendeecees Harris to come fully prepared. Now things are getting worse for Kirk because new evidence has come to light, and it is not looking good for him. Remember when we talked about Kirk allegedly stealing Mendeecees' business contacts and making secret deals behind his back? Well, it turns out Mendeecees has proof. Sources say his legal team has emails, text messages, and even phone call recordings that could expose everything. The situation for Kirk Frost is getting worse by the day. Reports say there are emails, text messages, and recorded phone calls that prove he was not just misleading investors, but actually pretending to handle business on Mendeecees Harris's behalf. He was allegedly taking money from deals, moving it into his own accounts, making promises in Mendeecees' name, and then disappearing with the cash. If this turns out to be true, Kirk is not just dealing with a lawsuit. He could be facing criminal charges. This is no longer just a business dispute. It is fraud, embezzlement, and deception on a serious level. And if the authorities get involved, Kirk could end up in real trouble. The situation is getting even more intense, and now everyone is looking at Rashida. People are asking, how much does she really know? Because let us be honest, Kirk has been involved in shady business deals for years, yet Rashida always acts like she has no idea what is going on. But does that even make sense? Are we really supposed to believe that Kirk was out here stealing deals, lying to investors, and secretly moving money, and Rashida knew nothing? It is starting to look like she either knew more than she admitted or simply chose to ignore the truth. Things are getting even more complicated because now M's legal team is asking for financial records from both Kirk and Rashida. And this is where the situation could take a serious turn. If Rashida's name is linked to any of those secret accounts, or if she gained anything from Kirk's shady deals, she could also end up in legal trouble. And let us not forget, she has already been trying to control the media and protect Kirk from this lawsuit. So the big question is, why is she working so hard to keep this quiet? What is she really trying to hide? Is Rashida trying to protect her husband, or is she hiding her own involvement? Because if she knew about any of this, she is not just a victim, she is part of the scheme. While Kirk and Mendeecees fight this legal battle, the entire hip-hop industry is watching. And guess what? People are already choosing sides. Word is that several Love and Hip Hop stars are secretly supporting Mendeecees because they have been waiting for Kirk to finally be exposed. And some of them are not even trying to hide it anymore. Some of the names involved in this drama might surprise you. Lil Scrappy is staying away from Kirk because he does not want to be involved in the mess. Chaotic was reportedly heard saying that Kirk brought this on himself. Yandy Smith is still completely silent, making people wonder where her loyalty really stands. Meanwhile, DJ academics and other bloggers are starting to talk about it, which means the story is only getting bigger. But guess who is still supporting Kirk? Stevie J. Yes, the same Stevie J who is known for shady business moves and messy relationships is standing by Kirk's side through all of this. Stevie J is one of the few people still supporting Kirk, but let's be honest, that is not making Kirk look any better. Now, the big question is, what happens if M wins this case? Let's break it down. If the lawsuit goes in M's favor, Kirk could be forced to pay a huge settlement. We are talking about millions of dollars in damages because M's legal team claims Kirk's actions caused serious financial losses. But that is not even the worst part. If authorities get involved and find out Kirk broke the law, he could be facing even bigger trouble. If Kirk is involved in fraud, embezzlement, or other financial crimes, he could face serious criminal charges. Let us be real. If Kirk gets arrested for this, his career is over. No more love and hip-hop, no more business partnerships, and no more influence in the industry. And if Kirk goes down, what about Rashida? If she had any part in this, her businesses could suffer too. Her whole boss chick brand is built on being independent and successful. If people find out that she was covering up Kirk's shady deals, her credibility will be destroyed. If Kirk starts losing this case, things could spiral out of control. The pressure of facing serious consequences might push him to start snitching. Yes, you heard that right. If he realizes that his downfall is inevitable, he could begin exposing other figures in the industry who have engaged in shady dealings. Let's be honest, Kirk is far from the only one involved in secretive business moves. The entertainment industry, particularly reality TV and hip-hop, is filled with individuals who have taken part in questionable activities. From managers to insiders, many have played the same game Kirk is being accused of. If he gets desperate, he might decide to shift the spotlight away from himself by naming others who have committed similar acts. The fear of going down alone could lead him to disclose confidential information, potentially triggering a domino effect that shakes the industry. People who once considered themselves untouchable might suddenly find themselves under scrutiny. Kirk's potential decision to snitch could make powerful enemies, but it might also be his only way to negotiate a lighter sentence. If prosecutors see him as a valuable informant, they may offer him a deal in exchange for exposing bigger players in the game. However, this would also mean betraying friends and business associates, possibly burning bridges permanently. If Kirk truly starts naming names, the repercussions could be massive. Careers could be ruined, alliances shattered, and the industry itself could face intense public and legal scrutiny. Kirk might start throwing names under the bus to save himself, and believe me, some big names could get exposed if that happens. The industry is already on edge, with insiders speculating about who could be implicated if Kirk decides to talk. If he feels cornered, he might see no other option but to expose other powerful figures who have been involved in shady dealings. Right now, all eyes are on the next court hearing. This is the moment that could change everything. It will determine whether Kirk's countersuit has any merit or if it's just a desperate attempt to shift blame. If the judge dismisses Kirk's case, it will give Mess a clear path to victory, and Kirk will be left with very few options. On the other hand, if Kirk manages to fight back and keep his case alive, things could take a much longer and messier turn. If this legal battle drags on for months or even years, more secrets are bound to come out. The longer it stays in the public eye, the more details will be uncovered, some of which could be damaging to more than just Kirk. The industry thrives on behind-the-scenes deals, and if Kirk starts talking, many careers could be at risk. So, here are the big questions we're waiting to see answered. Will Kirk's case hold up in court? How far is he willing to go to save himself? And most importantly, who else might get caught in the crossfire? Will Kirk actually face criminal charges, or will he escape with just a financial loss? Right now, that is the biggest question on everyone's mind. If the court decides to pursue criminal charges, things could take a much darker turn for him. But even if he avoids jail time, the financial damage could be devastating. Legal battles are expensive, and if he loses, he might have to pay a massive settlement. That could cripple his finances and put a strain on his business ventures. What will happen to Rashida's name in this mess, and what will it mean for her brand? So far, she has mostly stayed quiet, but the deeper Kirk gets into trouble, the harder it will be for her to avoid the backlash. Her brand is built on a certain image, and if this scandal gets worse, it could cost her endorsements, partnerships, and even loyal fans. The question is, will she stand by Kirk no matter what, or will she have to distance herself to protect everything she has worked for? Is Yandi really staying silent, or is she working behind the scenes to protect herself? Some sources say she has been unusually quiet, while others believe she is making moves in the background. If Kirk starts naming names, people like Yandi could find themselves in a tough position. It is possible that she is already trying to secure legal protection or distance herself from the entire situation. And most importantly, if Kirk gets desperate, who else is he going to expose? This case is far from over, and the fallout is going to change the industry forever. The situation is getting crazier by the minute, and trust me, more shocking details are about to come out. Do you think Kirk can actually escape this mess? Or is this the end of the road for him and Rashida? If he starts snitching, who do you think he is going to expose first? Share your thoughts in the comments, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe so you do not miss the next update.